Well, this is closer because this
We're close.
Yeah. Hey, everybody.
Super close.
Welcome to another Live with Walt Frazier and Laurice Patel. Daily, almost. Well, not daily anymore. We used to do daily. We got busy. And I think I'm actually getting, what's the word? Burnt out.
Burnt out.
Burnt out on quarantine.
Don't burn out.
Yeah, we've been in quarantine now for almost 7 weeks.
This is week 7.
This is week 7. And
not gonna complain.
Not complaining.
Better than being sick. Better than being in the hospital.
Good point.
I'll take this any day.
I'm not necessarily bored.
I'll stay in here a year if I have to.
I'm burnt out.
Getting sick.
I think I'm burnt out on TV.
This morning, I never Google your symptoms, especially if you're a hypochondriac like me.
Well, you do that all the time.
I don't. I stopped. But I want to know what's up because, this freaking rash, right?
Hey, Don.
It's the latest rare symptom of COVID. It could be an early sign of COVID is a rash.
I think it's just hives. It looks like hives to me.
Well, hives is one of them.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they're like, it could look like chicken. Like people are saying they have different. Most of them are like on people's toes. Hello, Don. This is a lovely conversation.
Yeah.
But this is like.
Let's start with gross. Well, I
don't know what this is.
Yeah.
I never got and it's lasted for 5 days.
Now, the problem is, though, Corona's so new. Are these symptoms of Corona, or are these some people that have Corona also have really bad feet?
Hello.
You know what I mean? They're older. A lot of older people.
Them on majority are getting on their finger and toes. Now here,
that looks like a diabetes thing.
The kitchen gloves, and the kitchen gloves were wet when I put them on.
Yeah,
and I bleached them because I didn't want them to get. Hey, week. Thank you for coming to the Improv Show.
Hello, yes, I'm glad you guys chimed in last night. That was 2 nights ago. 2 days ago.
It was yesterday.
It was yesterday. Seems so long ago.
Today is Monday, people.
Give me that.
That was like Wednesday or Thursday that I had these little gloves on, and I wore them for quite a while, and they were wet inside, and they were rubbing up against me, and they were like rubber gloves, but there were also chemicals in there and stuff. So I'm hoping it just goes. It seems to be getting better, but I don't know. Walt says it's getting better, but have
you ever had a latex allergy?
No, no, I'm not. It's not. I don't think it's that. It's just the rubbing of it with the wet gloves against skin. It's like a chafing thing.
Oh,
but the chafing should just go away when you remove the issue, unless other things are irritating it. I don't know. So if we're talking about my rash,
looks like the Incredible Shrinking Woman.
A sign of COVID.
You ever see that movie?
But I mean, it's like a headache could be a sign of COVID.
You ever see that movie, The Incredible Shrinking Woman?
No.
The woman had so many, Lily Tomlin, and there were so many chemicals.
I Shrunk the Kids.
This predates that about 10 years.
How are you, Valerie?
And so many chemicals that she started to shrink.
Oh, yeah. It could be that. I have also I went around, I put bleach on doorknobs and stuff, and then to avoid actually touching the doorknobs, I started using my arm. Your
hands smell like soap, actually.
Yeah. Well, we switched soap. You brought in the new soap. Simone, hello. How is Germany? Our lovely Germans. I love our Germans. Yeah, we switched soap, and now I got a big jug of Dial. Oh, and the cat got out yesterday, and I screamed so loud because she got out. I opened up the door because the guy dropped the Dial not in an area where I could get it. I had to move our trash, and then when I moved the trash, the bottom fell out. It's and it was raining and pouring, and
when it rains, it pours.
Doors. There were 2 doors. We tried to get the cat out of the basement area so she wouldn't run out.
Right.
I opened the one door, so I go in. I was going to leave the other door closed. Now the inside door, there's no light. The light, it needs to be changed, and to get up there, you have to pull the light fixture down. It's like a whole thing.
It's a lot.
So we were ready to do it, and there's sometimes spiders in there, so I don't like to be in there in the dark. So I like to keep both the doors open. So I opened the front door. The back first door, and then I opened the stairway door to go to the back patio. And I'm grabbing this Dial. It's raining. I'm like, let me get it out of the box. It's a big gallon of Dial soap. And I go to open up the door, and the cat's just and I'm like, no! And I drop the Dial on the ground. I'm like, what? The cat's out! I wake up everyone in the neighborhood, and the cat just is and I'm like,
you scared her.
I picked her up. She was bolting, and I was like, no! She was like, so I was like, I picked her up right then and there.
You stirred Minnie.
Minnie was freaking out.
Minnie was a little nervous. I was like, "What's wrong? What's wrong? What do I do now?"
This was Vic.
I assumed it was me too.
So I got Vic because the last thing I need to do is have her running around this neighborhood interacting with other people, because cats, as you know, we're learning that they can carry this thing.
Not good.
And then walking around this area, which we have 2,000 people in our little town that are confirmed cases. So I really don't want to go walking around my neighborhood. I'd rather just stay in my backyard for short times. And if the neighbors comes out, I go back in because there's too many cases. This area is bad. So.
Hey, Jenny.
Hi. Jenny is weak.
So Jenny had the pleasure of seeing our live show yesterday, where I sang the song "Gimme, gimme, 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 gimme your wet banana."
Yeah, why don't you sing it?
Gimme, 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 gimme your wet banana. Gimme, 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 gimme your wet banana, or something like that. That was the highlight of that show, I think.
Gimme your wet banana. Gimme, 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 gimme your wet banana.
I made a mistake of going for an AAB CCB rhyme scheme, and I couldn't remember what the B was.
Wet banana, yeah, that was the suggestion.
Yeah.
That was the suggestion.
What banana?
We did the great. If you ever watch Whose Line Is It Anyway, you know how they do the greatest hits game. Wayne Brady does it really well. He's really good making up songs. But they have an amazing pianist on there always, and he comes up with really good songs. I don't know if they're necessarily like, haha, that's really funny, but they're the Wayne Brady stuff. Like, he's a really good singer, and he's really good at making songs and rhymes up on the spot. So it's kind of like that, but doing it in this format was perfect, because in the Zoom thing, people just appear on the screen and then they disappear. So the people who are talking about the greatest hits album give you the title of the song and you have to sing it and make it up.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Evan gave him.
Well, he gave me Wet Peel and then Wet Banana.
Like, oh yeah, and our next track, like, Wet Peel was the Bob Dylan one.
I did the Bob Dylan.
Wet Peel. Yeah. Hanging out.
My nana, your nana, banana.
Here we go.
I thought this was something to Coveney.
I have a peel. So Bob Dylan.
I think that actually was to.
Well, you did a pretty good Bob Dylan.
It was a loose interpretation on Unsaid Undone.
Yeah, I heard some similar chord progressions.
It was similar to Unsaid Undone.
So like, okay, so Evan's like, oh, he's like, yeah, wet banana.
Yeah.
I'm like, but then after you were done, you disappeared from the screen, and then he came on, and he was like crying. He was like, "Oh, that was just so amazing! This is the best song ever!" It was so.
He sold it for me.
It was so funny. His reaction. Hey, Tina. His reaction. You still have to catch the show later. It's on. I think it's there.
It's on this channel. It's the last live video. Skip the first 10 minutes because it's just us waiting for the show to start. Waiting for people to come in.
Your birthday! Oh, happy birthday, Simone!
Hello, Simone.
Did we sing? Did we sing Simone a birthday song?
We should. Did we sing for you on? I don't think we did. I don't think we saw Simone on Saturday. Should we sing for Simone?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's sing. Happy birthday.
Oh, I thought we were gonna do the birthday song.
She deserves something sweet. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Simone. Happy birthday to I feel like you're doing dinner theater over here. I'm like trying not to laugh while you're dropping pasta on you.
While you're singing, not much for me to say, so I had some mushrooms.
Hey, Capiche.
I need to get my veggies in somehow, right?
Yeah.
Canned mushrooms.
That's right. We do here. We're full. Anybody have any anniversaries?
Yeah.
Happy anniversary.
So everything is now an ailment, though. Like the rash, it's now a sign of COVID. Pink eye. If your nose hurts, if your butt hurts.
Clap your hands.
If you have if you stub your toe.
Hey, Cheryl.
Yeah. What's up, Cheryl? So don't look at that, or else you'll just end up going crazy like me.
That's the same reason why I can't watch Morning Joe anymore.
Hopefully I don't freak out, and hopefully this is not what it is, because I'm horrified about this.
I was doing really good. 2 weeks ago, I had a whole week of no news.
Your anniversary is May. Tell it, happy anniversary, 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 happy anniversary. This is one of the days.
This entire show is going to be one annoying corporate restaurant party song.
Happy birthday from all the Chevy's crew. If it was our birthday, we wish a party too. Hey!
I was always against that song because back then the restaurant said they couldn't sing the real birthday song because they would get sued. Right? That was the whole argument for having these really annoying birthday songs.
Well, I worked in 2 different restaurants with Walt, and Walt kind of destroyed the whole bad birthday. He got rid of the bad birthday waiter singing because, honestly, you're just, for one thing,
that's why everybody loved me.
They bring the thing out and everyone is singing badly. Okay, what are you supposed to do when you're just sitting there, waiting? It's just like, oh, thank God, and it just goes on, right?
But then every waiter wanted me to sing for their table because it would help them get tips.
And then Walt just one day went out and was like, "Happy birthday," and everyone's like, in the whole restaurant's like this. And then after that, that's what happened. Every waiter was like, "I got a birthday, Walt. I got a birthday, Walt. No more of this thing where everyone goes and sings to the table badly. Walt is doing this for every table." And
I did like 20 times in one night one time.
Yes, and he started getting tips.
So I got a birthday now. I did $100 tip one time.
He got really good tips from it. And the waiters
20 was typical.
Yes, my David, his face is this, they didn't really think about this design because let's face it, most of David's fans are women that are going to wear this around. Mm-hmm. And we all tend to have...
You all want David's head on your boobs.
His head on our boobs. So it doesn't look like him anymore. It actually now kind of looks, with the way it's distorted, it kind of looks like Dallin a little bit.
Coiffy hair.
A little bit like Dallin, because Dallin has like the bigger...
Now you got a hairy chest.
Dallin Weeks. That's like... Yeah.
Yeah,
Dallin Weeks. There we go. So you didn't mean to change the subject. You found one out. Oh, about the May. So you're going to lift restrictions. Did you just see if it's golf that might be changing?
Golf? The sport?
Mm-hmm.
You could get away with golf. You could quarantine
golf. You're out in golf.
Not an audience. But, as long as you don't, your caddy can, or maybe you don't use your caddy. Or your caddy can say, sir, use that number 2 over there. The caddy could not have to get there. Bay Area
extended the lockdown. Well, we had COVIDiots in California over the weekend, worse than the Florida COVIDiots. These guys in Orange County, like in Newport Beach area, they opened beaches just in that area. So 50,000 people went to the beaches and people weren't wearing masks. They weren't social distancing. They were just there in clusters of big groups. They weren't even... at least the Florida people had masks on, a lot of them. It looked like no one was sitting. They were sitting out in California. You're not allowed to sit in the Florida beaches. So I hate to say it, but Florida people did better than Southern California. I'm like, wow, you guys disappoint us. And Florida catch so much shit over that too. Everyone's like, oh, look at the Florida Southern rednecks. No, Californians are just as bad.
Has anyone noticed the Netflix show explaining coronavirus?
No, I'm trying to avoid all coronavirus.
Well, here's the thing. I could only do one episode before I had to turn it off. But it was all mostly just news. And a lot of it was about the 1918 breakout. And they were comparing St. Louis and Philadelphia. And apparently St. Louis was one of the first places to shut everything down back in the day. And
back in what day?
Back in 1918.
Oh.
1918, sorry. In 1918, with the Spanish flu. 1918, St. Louis shut everything down. Philadelphia didn't, and Philadelphia was destroyed when St. Louis barely got a hit until St. Louis opened up. And when they reopened, they got the hit because they got a little too cocky.
One of the saddest parts of Philadelphia history that they're most ashamed of. And that there's a meme going around saying the second wave really got them because they lifted the restrictions in Philly in the fall. Because they thought it was over. And they had 100,000 people just go out. It's over. And they had a parade and like just everyone, it just took over that wave. Everyone got hit after that parade because they weren't ready to do it yet. So New Zealand is basically saying they beat it. You know, it's a very good argument to move to New Zealand. I would totally move there if they had better internet. You cannot find internet. We wouldn't be able to do a show like this in New Zealand.
Was New Zealand as bad as Australia?
Yes.
Yeah.
They were bad. We wouldn't be able to do a live stream.
Mm-hmm.
It took me, normally what would take me like 5 minutes to upload a video, and I was so frustrating because I was trying to get all these concert videos up for people, which is already a process after shows. And at the time, I was still pretty rigorously trying to get content up for every show that I was going. I was still kind of treating it like a job of really getting stuff up and getting videos as much as I could for everyone. Mm-hmm. And I would come home and spend about 2 hours afterwards, like trying to upload. I'm like, what? This isn't going to be uploaded for 6 hours. It would normally take like 5 minutes.
Oh, thank you, Christine.
Christine! Say, oh, you liked the show, show, it was great. Recap, box, right? So Ricky works at a golf club. That's why.
Mm-hmm.
The COVID idiots, it's honestly not really time to open up. Yeah. I know if one of the reasons with opening and creating an alliance with all these eastern states, like the Northeast area, is so, and I'm glad they included Delaware because Delaware has some really nice beaches. And don't put it past your people in Jersey or Maryland. They will go, if you close everything up, and Maryland isn't part of this alliance, but if you close everything up everywhere else and you open up beaches in Delaware, and Delaware doesn't have that big of an outbreak, they will all go. It's not that, it's like 2 hours to the turnpike, the end of the turnpike.
Now here's a question.
I would drive there. I mean, I'm just not stupid, so I won't go. But like, if I was like maybe 18 and dumb,
Got
I'd
a
be
question.
like, dude, it's a 2 hour drive. Let's go.
Restaurants.
Yeah.
You can't wear a mask and eat.
No, you can do takeout.
Could you do takeout, but could you rearrange the seating, the floor plan to have like 2 tops every, like 6 people that are friends that are planning, that came in together. You can let them sit together. But so that's 2 people that came in separate from these 2 people.
I don't think you can do big parties right now.
Feet apart.
I don't think you can do big parties.
No, you can't do big parties, but could you
I think maybe you could do 2 people and keep them 6 feet apart and all the workers wear masks.
Yeah. So that should be a sketch, like social distancing dating. Can you please pass the salt?
Sucks, man. Yeah. It just sucks. You know what bothers me the most about all of this is just the lack of performing arts, not having live concerts, live dance, live theater. And last night they tried to do a stream on Broadway.com and they had technical difficulties.
I think they got it like 2 hours later,
the poor guy went on. Yeah, it went up eventually. And I was so excited.
Yeah, Raul Esparza.
He went on and was talking for a good 5 minutes on mute. And nobody knew. And
he was on Hannibal.
Know. What?
He was on Hannibal.
He was on Hannibal?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah? Who did he play on
I want to say second season. I'll look it up. I just didn't realize that.
Some weeks says starting today in my town, we have to wear a mask in stores, buses, trains, everywhere. Scared. Yeah, I think it's a good idea. If everyone wears a mask, and it's a cloth mask, so it's not as invasive as the N95 mask or the surgical masks, you can wear those. You can breathe, although they fog up my glasses either way, but not as bad. Wearing one in the car driving, it has to come off because I did the mistake of putting it on when I went to the drive-thru pharmacy and I'm driving and I'm like, I don't want to touch it with my hands right now. I don't want to touch my face right now. So here I am, my glasses. I'm like, I hope I don't hit anything. So, you can make a mask out of jeans and the zipper is the front of your mouth. Oh, the zipper when you eat. Jane said he was a doctor on him.
Oh, he was Chilton.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's right.
This poor guy was on for 5 minutes, man.
12 episodes.
I feel bad for him. And he had no mute. He didn't have any idea. He was talking as if I was like, someone please tell him. I felt horrible.
Yes, Jane, thank you.
I really started thinking about how sad it is to not have Broadway right now.
No.
To not have, and shows like we saw, like Beetlejuice, they're probably not going to reopen. What's going to happen? Because none of these shows can keep paying rent.
I have
for the next
an upside to this on a very selfish way. I think we could survive doing shows for 20 people in a 50-seat theater.
Right.
So we could rearrange our theater to seat 20 people, pack it with 20 people, or do our comedy camps.
Masks on? Because you spit all over the place during shows.
Well, you'd have to do the thing.
Constantly.
You'd have to do the thing where
spit during a show.
Yeah, very much so.
Landed in Amelia's eye.
Yeah, we could do masks, and we could even have some fun with it.
purpose.
But we could also, take people's temperatures on the way in.
Ooh.
What's that?
That's so weird.
It's weird, but I mean, it's something you have to do going into, if you're going to go back to school or go back to things, that you need to say, hey, my temperature's okay. I'm not sick.
Someone could be asymptomatic, like me. You could just have the rash.
It's true, but I mean, it's a matter of if they are symptomatic at all, don't come in.
Yeah.
And otherwise, keep your mask on. And we can rearrange the theater
mask. I like
to get
zipper
groups
mask.
of 20 in, and especially if we have reservations, we have line people up outside and say, okay, if 6, okay, we're going to put 6 people over here. We'll put 4 people over here. Social distance the room.
King's Day here, and hey, Fleur, and the Netherlands was so busy. I went back inside and saying, I'm good. So, do you go back to work, Fleur? Are you going back to work this week? That's concerning.
Wow.
There's an article about. I saw that someone actually hit a pole or something because they were wearing a mask they couldn't see. I would not wear an N95 mask while driving. I know better because I've used them before when painting. They're so uncomfortable. So yeah, I always tell me not touch my face like at home, wash my hands. Gift certificate, Patreons, virtual broadcast. Yeah, these are ways of supporting the arts, but it's not the same feeling as when you go and you sit in a theater and you're closed off because you turn off your phones. Especially if it's a Broadway show or a dance performance, everyone turns their damn phones off. You can't have your phones out for a Broadway show. And you're closed off from the world for that 2 hours to 2.5 hours. Yeah. And it's just you and the show. And it's just an escape.
What about the line at the bathroom?
Well, you could pull your phones out for that. But it's a little bit of an escape also and why I love going to concerts. It's such and the energy, like you're all singing and you're all dancing and you're watching and listening to good music, and it's just like an uplifting thing.
It's like to be on stage.
Being on stage is great too.
Less people pushing you when you're on stage.
Being on stage is great too.
When I was on stage with David, I had all the space around me. It was great.
Anyways, adapting. So you go back tomorrow. Okay, May 20th, the earliest. Okay. New normal, adapting. Yeah, I work for childcare company. I hear teachers how hard it is to keep 6 kids.
You can't.
Kids jump on top of each other and they touch everything after touching their mouths.
Mm-hmm.
Kids are just so, and they're not the ones getting sick, so you won't know if they're infected or not. You can take their fever; they might not have any symptoms. They're thinking that they're estimating now. Like healthcare scientists, professionals are not estimating about 40% of the people contracting this illness are not showing any symptoms. Mm-hmm. Now, that's early on. We could be completely off, but that's a lot of people that could be carrying it to someone that, for some reason, randomly does have really bad symptoms. Mm-hmm. And there are more vulnerable categories, but it's really about how your immune system responds to it.
Well, the real hope is the people that, and we don't know for sure, the biggest problem I would say is that we don't know for sure that if you've had it, you can't get it again. We don't know that yet. So somebody that, more often than not with illness, usually if you recover from it, you're immune from it, right?
And they don't know how long, but yeah.
When you get the flu each season, it's a different flu every time. That's if you get sick if you get the flu more than once, it's a different flu. It's a different COVID. It's a different virus. But every once in a while, that's not the case. Every once in a while, you can get the same thing over. So we got to make sure that's the case with this one. But if it is, the goal is by the time we get to another month from now or so, we've isolated to the point where we know who is sick and who isn't.
Right.
With some, or we can do the what do you call it?
They've already
the contact tracing.
Yeah, they're already doing the antibody. They're rolling out the antibodies test this week on the essential workers, which is priority first because they're the ones. Honestly, they're the ones out there. Yeah, they're putting their lives on the line. We need to know who is safe, also, so that they don't infect our stuff. Mm-hmm. If you have a first responder that's treating you, they could pass it to you. Yeah. So we need to isolate them. They shouldn't be going to Walmart. They shouldn't be going to the grocery job. If they're carrying it, or if they've had the antibodies, they could probably be okay and not spread it. I mean, that's still unclear whether or not how long you carry it and how long you're contagious afterwards, because there are people that were still testing positive later on in Hong Kong, I think. but they weren't showing symptoms. They were just testing positive still. So they had previously recovered. So does that mean they're still contagious? How long are they? There's so much we just don't know. I guess we'll learn as we go. But yeah, missing theaters and Comic-Cons. Yeah. I mean, I'm I'm not a huge Comic-Con person, but there was definitely, I had so much fun in New York Comic-Con last year. It was so much fun. I don't always have fun at these things, but last year I did New York Comic-Con.
I can't stand them.
I had so much fun at New York Comic-Con last year.
I don't like
I went by
crowds.
myself,
Yeah.
and I just followed my own little thing. And because I know all the little secrets of how that center works, since I've been so many times, I was like, I know which bathrooms to go to. I know that there's a quiet room. I know that there's an industry room because we get industry passes, so I can go and sit in there. I know you don't have to sit on the floor, even though people are sitting on the floor eating lunch. I know there are places you can go and sit that other people may not know about. So,
I will say, Cheryl's right. It depends on the Comic-Con, but I've also had every single Comic-Con I've went to, I've had fun moments and miserable moments.
Yeah.
I get tired. I lost weight. So this past summer was better.
You had a lot of problems standing.
It's just painful. My back is killing me. My feet are killing me. It's so painful. And totally right, Walt. Just got a scary call from my mom's healthcare home, and these
homes are getting it. That's a big portion of the infections in New Jersey. Are hitting these homes, long-term care facilities, retirement communities. They're really getting hit badly because the workers, they've cut off visits from family members, but the workers are bringing it in and they're carrying it. They don't know they're sick.
I am worried about the B-list actors because a lot of their money comes from Comic-Cons, and I'm not being facetious at all. There are a lot of actors out there that a big part of their paycheck every year is these Comic-Cons,
right?
These appearances and the signatures and the merch.
They did the Nosferatu. They did. I think it was normally out of Chicago. It was like Main City Comic-Con or something like that. I think it's what it's called. They ended up doing an online Comic-Con. It's not the same, but they did a panel for Nosferatu, which was good. It's not the same. It's not the same as going and hanging out with other people that are kind of fans and seeing the costumes and doing all that stuff. It's not the same.
I personally prefer, Val, to watch the panels on YouTube. Then the only thing I don't like is you don't often see the secret clips that you get to see at the Comic-Con. They cut those out a lot of times, right? But they have close-ups on the people. A lot of times I'm at Comic-Con, I can barely see the people, and I don't know. But at the same time, I have 90% of the Comic-Con questions are dumb. I find that when I go to these panels,
do you think?
I love in theory to see another David Jillian panel, but how many stupid questions do we get?
I'm good on that.
You know what I mean?
The last couple, although
Montreal.
The last one we did was the one in Spooky was funny because the freaking balloon.
Well, that was funny, yeah. The balloon was alive.
The balloon just came out, and then David with his ADD was like, balloon, balloon, and then it's comes over and it freaking attacked me. I'm just sitting there minding my own business, and then balloon is boom, and then it was in front of my Periscope, and David's just like, balloon.
No more questions,
Squirrel!
David. Yeah. Oh, it's terrible. Have you watched any of the John? I have watched SGN. Only for 5 minutes because I just don't have a
David's like, I don't care about your question. I care about the fact there's a balloon over there.
And I can't sit through that stuff, but I really love the idea of John doing those, Christine. I don't have a lot of attention span for these things.
Oh man, I got attacked by that.
The online
that
stuff.
Was funny.
But SGN, I love what he's trying to do, though. I think it's great.
SGN.
Some good news. Some good news. Yeah.
Yeah. I think more shows like that. We need positive shows.
And he's great at it. It's kind of like he would make an amazing YouTuber, but
missing it to make others from orchestra since 7 weeks we had no practice. That's hard because it takes. You can do music by yourself, but it's magical when you're creating it with other people.
It's the sharing that makes it cool. They're up to about a few minutes a day. I can make myself happy just singing some high notes, and the music itself listening to the music itself. It's the sharing process
clip of a nursing home
that really makes it
a
awesome.
pillow out of a photograph of an elder man. Aw.
I have tickets to a Broadway
really
show in September.
If I had the antibodies, if I get the antibody test and I had this thing at some point,
Mm-hmm.
I would be willing to volunteer to go out and help people that need help. I'm more than happy to do that because I can't work right now. I can't go do shows regardless of whether I had it. I'm willing to do that. I don't know if I'm going to be on a priority.
Yeah.
Because I don't have skills. I'm not like trained in first aid and things like that. I'm just an extra set of hands. I can deliver food to people that need it. I can do that type of stuff. But until I'd feel a lot better about going out. But until that happens, Jersey's put out notice saying we need volunteers. I'm thinking, well,
did you see the governor
I'm not
today?
ready yet. I'm not ready yet.
The governor today apparently said maybe schools will get back for this school year.
So I think he was talking about on a county by county basis.
Oh, okay.
Because certain parts of Jersey are really hit hard.
Yeah.
Like our area is bordering the city.
Right.
So we're kind of part of New York. We're like extended New York. We're almost like a borough.
Right.
You have Queens, Bronx. Staten Island's far enough away. They didn't get hit as bad as us, but we're closer than many parts of Queens or Bronx where we are here. And this area is really saturated. It's just insane.
What if all these kids are going to have to go to virtual summer school because so many are playing hooky? The attendances are bad. And they admitted today, I think the New York mayor actually, our governor admitted today that the online education system has not been very successful. Yeah. But I think that's, New York City schools have such a problem with attendance to begin with.
I know.
There's no reason why you couldn't have an educational system this way. But kids are, not focused. And it's hard to get them to focus.
Well, yeah, parts of the state are not, like, we actually have, the thing about Jersey, it's a little bit of everything. You have parts like here, which is almost like I said, extended.
We're Brooklyn.
Yeah. This part is extended version of the city. This is like a borough of the city.
Yeah, we're the western borough. We're Brooklyn, Queens on the west side of the city.
And then the further out you go, it starts to get a little bit more rural, like more suburban. The houses get a little more spread out, a little bigger. Yeah. And then parts, if you start to go towards like New York, the state border line, it gets very rural. Yeah. Like there's farms and corn.
And down south.
Yeah. And you think you're in the middle of Pennsylvania, and no, you are in Jersey still. And then you go to the other side, it's all beautiful beaches. And some beaches are beautiful.
Are they beautiful?
Most are.
They're fun.
Oh, we've got some beautiful beaches.
Compared to like the Caribbean, I would call them beautiful.
It's not tropical beaches, but I put it up against Atlantic.
They're cleanish.
Put it up against Ocean City and all the places down in Maryland.
Yeah,
I have Myrtle Beach and all that. Oh, Myrtle Beach is a little bit lighter, warmer, so it's better. But yeah, we've got beautiful. Yeah, we've got some beautiful beaches. We have the best boardwalks. We have the best boardwalks. We have the most stuff on our boardwalks. To do. There's so much to do on our boardwalks. The food is the best because I've been to other boardwalks. Just where food, the pizza. You cannot go wrong with getting a slice of pizza on the boardwalk. You cannot go wrong with getting a hero or a sub, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
Sausage and peppers. Can't go wrong with the food. The crowd can be a little rough at times. You get that Jersey Shore crowd. Yeah. But
Redneck Riviera.
Maybe you could create an empire. Yeah, for like an online con or online classes.
So here's my thinking. Well, there's two things. One, you can't have people go back to work if the schools aren't open, because all these people would need daycare, and a lot of them can't afford daycare, or you need some place to put the kids so the parents can go to work.
Yeah, well, like
school
I said,
50%
the rural areas are not getting hit that hard.
Right.
They don't have the amount of Boardwalk Empire was Atlantic City, right? Yeah. Yeah, you can go down there now. It's pretty historical, actually. If you go down there, I think their steel pier is pretty historical. It's not a good area to go when you're not on the boardwalk. Yeah. And even when you are on the boardwalk, it's a little sketchy. Yeah. It's kind of a failed Vegas attempt. It's kind of sad, actually. But it still has character. But,
so
you open up parts of the state that certain county by county, because some counties are not getting hit.
Yeah.
Like upstate and downstate New York. Like there are a lot of rural areas upstate.
Right.
It's like backwoods. They can open up these areas because they don't have the infection rate. They're not getting. However, it makes me a little bit concerned because it doesn't take much to create a cluster in a community. You have one infection, and they go to an event where there's a bar mitzvah or a birthday party. It just spirals from there. Yeah. Because that's what happened upstate in New Rochelle. But what they did was they went in and they were very strict about isolating and contact tracing. Right. It's just how much of your privacy you have to give up.
And that happened before we knew it was going to be a problem. That was like the first guy that came to the New York City area.
He went to bar mitzvah.
On fire, ready to spread it to the world. Went to a bar mitzvah, and
I'm patient zero. Let me go to a bar mitzvah.
But he didn't know he was patient zero yet, did he? Like,
no,
did he know he was sick?
He came from one of the areas.
Yeah. Well, he should have been isolating. He should have been quarantined.
Yeah.
Don, brew-throughs, right?
Banks Head, North Carolina. I love Outer Banks.
Yeah, the brew-throughs.
Don, I love
Duck.
Don, you're in Ocean City.
The Dunes.
You're in Ocean City, right?
He has a house in Ocean City.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I love Ocean City. Ocean City's the food in Ocean City is great. Only thing is, we went there one night last year, and it was insanely busy. Like, I couldn't even walk. It was so crowded. It was like
going. They had that Broadway concert.
Yeah, that was
a little cheesy. But,
I did like one night.
Great talent, but very cheesy.
But the beach is beautiful there. The beach is really nice.
Now, I'm thinking, though, Broadway, there's no way you can go back to Broadway anytime soon. I don't think you're going to have more groups of more than 50 allowed.
I mean, they can't afford that.
And
they can't open the doors for that.
What I'm saying is we can. And I think we might be able to get back on our feet. And not to be selfish about this, but I'm seeing an opportunity to fill a niche. The same way we're doing online now. I think there's a chance to have shows. And we can still broadcast those online, even if we have like 10 to 20 people, still broadcast them online to the world, live, or put the tape up afterwards.
I was thinking at some point there might be if they loosen up the restrictions with gatherings and everyone gets a test, and we could do it as a company owner. We could say, hey, I want to make sure my company and my employees, my contractors, because technically people that work with us are contractors, are able and healthy. I want to get them all tested so that we can all gather and do a real show and stream it together instead of doing a Zoom show where we're like, so that we actually can get on a stage, and then we don't necessarily have an audience, but we can do the stream thing. Yeah. But we can go back to being like, oh, what's up? Let's be physical. And we've all been tested, so we know we're okay.
Right.
That way we're not going to infect each other. We're in a safe place. We're not infecting anyone else.
Right. And we can wear masks.
They could do Broadway that way too, to a certain extent. I don't know. They could charge admissions. I don't know. I don't know how they would do it. But think about
how tightly set. Like, I think Broadway is shooting themselves in the foot. Broadway is like an airplane.
Like a concert.
Yeah. Over the last 50 years, airlines and Broadway have tried to squeeze more butts into a space than humanly should be possible.
Oh, yeah, Ace.
Right? The seats are both ridiculously small for skinny people. I hate going to Broadway.
Airplane seats.
I want to, So, same kind of problem, though, right? You can't socially distance. You can have like one person per row or two people per row, because in 6 feet there's at least 4 seats, right? They squeeze 4 people in a 6 foot space, so you can have somebody sitting every third seat, every other row, right? I guess you have 2 people.
A production cannot sustain half full.
That's what I'm saying. It has to be a third full.
They can't afford the real estate.
Yeah.
In New York.
Right.
So that's not.
Well, no, I think rents. I think landlords. I think the owners. They would make accommodations.
You think?
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure. Because what's the alternative? The only thing that scares me, what's been going on in New York City and a lot of other places, is that there's like an insurance. There's a it's a tax write-off if you have a space that's open, and you're saying I charge $30,000 a month for this space, but it's only filled for 6 months out of the year. It's a tax write-off to say I'm losing income for 6 months. So rather than lower the rent to get somebody in there for $10,000 a month, because that's what that store can really support, they jack up the rent. The businesses come and go.
Incentives.
And so all these people are like losing, like 90% of the businesses fail because just they can't pay the rent. And especially in a place like New York City.
New York without restaurants, without Broadway, without people gathering and doing pictures and going up to these tourists. It's just not New York like that. I don't know when that's going to get back to normal. It's just a very sad situation to see our city.
But it's also who's going to be there. Like all the tourists are gone.
Well, no.
So who's going to fly here? Who's going to get on a plane in the next year to come here? So you got to cater to the locals. You got to.
Well, so many other countries are doing way better than us with this. They have a handle on things.
Yeah, but do they want to come to New York City?
They won't come here.
Yeah, New York City
I'm like, no.
Still like the worst. It's getting better now. It's not. I think there's other places going up while we're going down, but it's still like patient zero.
It's still the worst place in the world to
go. So it's not like people are going to be flocking to our shows. The worst
place in Jersey to come is our area.
So I think continuing classes online for a bit.
Yeah, I'm fine staying here. I just don't want it coming to my door.
Yeah.
So you had plans to go to family camp Lake Placid. Oh, I love the Adirondacks. My mom's family is from the Adirondacks.
Wintergreen.
Lake George area.
Yeah. I went skiing there when I was a kid.
I grew up going to Lake George. We used to go out for vacations, and my uncle lived up in Glens Falls. He had a boat up in my family's from my mom's family's from Glens Falls. So
I think it was in 8th, 9th grade, 10th grade. I went to Lake Placid. And
Lake Placid, only Lake George for me.
No, I went skiing there one time. All I remember is like this. You could tell why this was a place the Olympics were
That's a place we should go. I want to plan a trip with everyone.
Lake Placid?
No, Lake George.
Yes.
Oh, your daughter was born there. Cool.
While skiing? That's weird.
We have trivia. Now, Stephanie sent me TSA trivia, but since Stephanie isn't in here today, I think she had a meeting. We won't do this.
Oh my gosh, it's 3:40 already. We've been chatting.
We've been talking a lot.
I got some trivia. I got some fanfic maybe too.
Okay, well, do you guys want to do trivia or a fanfic? I have fanfic.
You have fanfic? I got something called Trivia for Kids, and I thought it'd be kind of funny to see how well we do.
Oh, kids are so much smarter than us.
I know, but like, it's like, are you smarter than a 5th grader kind of thing? All right.
We're not.
And these are not multiple choice. These are, you got to have the
trivia,
answer.
You need to stretch the brain. All right, we do trivia.
All right, here we go. All right, I'm going to ask the questions, and you'll have to guess.
We're going to see how stupid I am.
All right, here we go. How many noses does a slug have?
You know, we get a lot of slugs, especially when it rains in the summer.
I feel like this is one of those things that if you've done trivia questions before, you might know. This isn't the kind of thing like, oh.
I say 3.
Michelle is right. 4.
Oh, 4. I was close.
Michelle is smarter than a 5th grader. Okay. Name a mammal, and you got 4 choices. Name all 4, and you get bonus points. Name a mammal that can't jump, that cannot jump.
There's 4?
There's 4. 3 noses to the slug. Michelle got it.
Does
4 noses.
What counts as jumping? Like, do they with legs and things, or
jumping? You push off the ground and you leave the ground for a moment.
So if you don't have legs, but you can still do that.
White men can't jump. Yeah, white men.
Okay, so like a whale. If I say whale, does that count?
You know what? It's not on the list, but technically, well, no, they jump out of water.
That's what I'm saying.
Whales jump out of water.
They don't have legs, but
these are all land animals.
They propel themselves out of water.
I'm just gonna.
They're land.
These are all land animals.
Okay, they're land animals.
Yeah,
so
mammals.
What can't jump?
Name a land mammal that can't jump.
White men. I like that. I like that, Michelle.
And when you hear these, you'd be like, oh yeah, of course.
A slug. That's not a mammal, right?
No, it's not even a vertebrate.
Trying to think. Not foxes. I've seen jumping foxes.
This is a replacement for sloth. Is one of them.
Oh, sloths.
Good answer. Good answer. Survey says that's one of the 4. Let's see if we can get all 4. Instead of Jeopardy, we're getting the X-Files theme.
Well, I know mice can jump, cats can jump, dogs can jump, ferrets can jump.
Elephant is number 2.
Ferrets can jump.
2 down, 2 to go.
Kangaroos can jump. Deer can jump. What else do you see? Bears can jump.
Bush babies. Wow, is that racist?
Bush babies. Platypus. Ducks.
Graffiti.
Armadillos.
That's not on the list. That's not on the list. Platypus. I got sloth and elephant are 2 of the 4.
Giraffes can jump.
I'm guessing they're not on the list. I don't know how scientific this list is. So
donkeys can jump. Horses can jump.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I said. Giraffes. I think they can jump. Cows? Can cows?
Hippo is number 3.
Can cows jump?
Elephant, hippo, sloth, and
Cows can jump?
I guess so. Yeah.
Whoa!
They jump over the moon all the time.
I've never. Yeah, but that's a fairy tale, right?
That was inspired by a true story. There's a guy showing his ass, and the cow jumped over it. Said, "Look!" And the cow jumped over the moon. And the hut and the fiddle and the silver spoon.
Little boy blue and the man in the moon. When you're coming home,
we got
I
3 out of 4.
Man, we'll be together then.
Don's talking in the third person.
Don can't spell. Laurice can't spell either. Do I have spell check?
Mm-hmm.
And even then, sometimes spell checks like no.
Elephant and hippo should be a clue to the 4th one.
Hippo, rhino.
Yay! There you go.
One.
Elephant, sloth, hippo, rhino. If there are others, then this questionnaire is just bad. But it's for kids, so how are they going to know? That's too easy. That's too easy. What is the fastest aquatic animal? Apparently, beavers can jump really well.
Yeah, beavers leap.
Beavers are jumping away from me all the time. What is the fastest aquatic animal?
Oh, it's getting better.
Yeah, what is the fastest land animal? You know, we'll do it in 2 parts. The fastest land animal and the fastest aquatic animal. I was going to skip the first one, but
land animal.
Why not? We got time to kill.
I think a cheetah, right?
Yeah, that's the land.
And then aquatic.
No porpoise here.
Killer whale.
No orcas.
Killer whale. Oh, yeah, cheetah was right.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to think. In the water?
I kind of knew this one. I think I would have gotten this one. I think.
Is it some type of shark?
I can't tell you that. Technically, maybe.
Technically, maybe. You're either shark or not.
I'm not 100% sure if this is a shark or not.
You're not.
I don't think this is a shark. I don't think this is a shark.
What?
Shark is not the answer. If it is a shark, it's a more specific answer. But I don't think this is a shark.
I don't know what kind of shark isn't a shark. That's kind of a shark.
You know, like a swordfish is a shark, and I was thinking, not a manta ray, not a manta ray. Yeah.
Rhino can't wait. Have you been rammed by a rhino, Don? Rhinos charge.
Mm-hmm. Hungry hippo. Let's see. What is the fastest aquatic animal? I think marlin counts. A sailfish, yeah.
That's not a shark.
It can reach speed. That's what I was saying. I wasn't sure, but I didn't want to say no to shark just in case. It can reach speeds of up to 68 miles per hour. It's only 2 less than a cheetah. So that's with all that friction of the water. That's impressive.
I wouldn't want to get hit by one.
What?
Did you guys see? There was a video that someone took. It was maybe I'll post it. It was a video of someone took. Maybe they took it from a drone. This is why I want a drone. I want to go to the beaches and I want to look over. I don't know if they allow us to fly the drones on the beaches. I want to look because I want to. It's like you could get a video and see what's in the water. How many sharks are actually swimming around us?
Oh, I see what you're saying, yeah.
Yeah, it was one of those. And there was a humongous whale. It was huge.
Oh, really?
People were just like, nobody had any clue. People all splashing
Sure, it wasn't a school of bluefish like in Jaws?
No, it was a huge whale. And I thought it was a shark. I was like, that looks like a shark, but they said it was a whale.
Close to the people?
Yeah, it was it was a baby whale. Went right up to shore.
Oh, wow.
It was swimming all around them. Nobody
had
a humpback? Any clue.
Oh, wow.
It was crazy.
I want to see that.
It was cool.
Now, here's a good one. I don't think I would know this. What do you call a group of giraffes? And I think this is going to be one of those you didn't know it or don't kind of things.
A giggle.
What do you call a group of giraffes?
I think it's a funny word, right? It's something funny.
Not so funny. More epic.
Epic?
Epic. Like a Lord of the Rings epic.
An army?
No.
Champions?
No. Like the second novel.
I don't. The Hobbit. We did see Hobbit houses. Lots of them. They all look the
Hipsters?
same. That's the best answer so far, Dawn.
Bonus
Hipsters.
points. Bonus points.
There's a lot
Tower is right.
Oh, wow,
That's
Cheryl.
right.
There's a lot of
That's
those in
right.
Brooklyn.
All right, that's the end of the biology
Group
section.
of giraffes hanging around in Brooklyn.
There are a lot of giraffes in Brooklyn, a lot of towers.
Hipsters.
Oh, there are a lot of hipsters. All right, we are going into the space and planets.
Oh, yay.
Section.
More where we suck at this stuff.
Let's see.
Girl, my hair is going to be down to my butt by the end of this quarantine. Oh, I'm going to go full Karen, guys. I'm going to cut my hair like this short and bleach it blonde.
What was the first animal to go into orbit?
I'd say a monkey, right?
Mm-mm.
Was it a monkey?
Nope.
It's a mouse?
No, and then bonus, you got to know the name.
A cat?
No.
Dog?
It was a dog. Why'd you stop at cat? It was the next logical answer.
I don't know.
Everybody know the name?
Who would take a dog up in orbit?
I don't know. I don't think they took him. I think they shot him up there. It was like bringing a pet. It's like, let's send
we
Bilbo.
didn't talk about my weird news. There were unidentified flying objects spotted. It turned out to be Elon Musk's satellites flying around.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
I want to get on his space plane. It's like costs $100,000, so I don't think it's gonna happen. He has a space plane.
What food? Oh, here's one. What food is the most ordered in America? What is the most ordered food in America?
Pizza.
Nope.
Really?
No.
Hamburgers.
Nope.
French fries.
Nope. Nope.
Really?
It's not pizza.
Chicken?
Close.
Chicken nuggets.
Be more specific. No.
Chicken fingers.
Well, chicken nuggets might qualify.
Chicken sandwich?
Chicken nuggets might qualify.
Wings?
Fried chicken.
Oh.
Yeah. Got to remember the NASCAR crowd.
Really?
Yeah. Include the NASCAR crowd.
Beer.
The
Hot
Second Amendment
dogs.
folks.
McDonald's. Oh, hey, Maria. McDonald's. That's a lot of different options.
What? Okay, here's
same.
one. What is the highest grossing holiday movie of all time?
Home Alone.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Oh, I'm so glad I like this kid stuff.
Oh, this is interesting. Which two countries share the longest border with each other?
The longest border?
Mm-hmm.
Is it U.S. and Canada?
Yeah.
I'm not letting
I think this is the one. I've been waiting for this question my entire
Russia,
life.
China, no.
No, it's America and Canada.
America is so big, we
yeah.
forget. Although Russia's pretty big too.
Because you got to include Alaska.
What a waste of land! It's so huge in Russia.
Well, you need wilderness.
Yeah, but
need space.
It's like Russia.
Yeah.
Nothing against the Russians.
I'm not sure where you're going with it.
Right. It's just not.
I think you're afraid of what you don't understand.
No.
Okay.
In general, I wouldn't want to live in Russia. It's not good. They
Oh, damn.
They kidnap and kill gay people there. So I couldn't live there.
All right.
I'm gay, but I couldn't live in that kind of environment.
You're not.
I'm not.
Oh, okay.
There's anything wrong with it.
No.
But I could not live in the.
I've been dying to ask this question my entire life. What is a haboob? HABOOB.
It's a friend. It's my friend.
Haboob.
Yeah, my friend.
From India?
Oh, well, it just means it means my friend, right?
No.
It's actually Habibi means your friend.
Habibi, yeah.
Habibi is
Hey, Habibi.
Habib.
What is a haboob?
It's what happens.
Oh, Cheryl's right. A sandstorm, yeah.
I didn't get to say my funny answer.
I'm sorry. What's your answer?
Oh no!
Does that kill
it's what happens when you. It's what happens.
Michelle forgot more than she ever learned about haboobs.
When you have that little extra layer under your boobs, like this. This is a haboob.
Oh, is that like I told you my 6 tits story?
No, I don't want to know.
No, when I was in sports camp in 6th grade. And I was playing volleyball. I was skins.
Habibi is
And I
friend.
went like this. And look, I got 6 skins.
So don't think saying Habibi is racist actually means my
I
friend.
was 12 years old.
Oh, my buddy. Habibi, not Habubi.
What's the most popular?
I'm glad we've gotten on the. Is that for kids?
This is for kids.
And you're going to ask them what's a haboob? They're all going to be laughing. Boob!
And he said booby.
He said boob.
Hey, look, I did
It's a
boobless on my
happy
calculator.
ghost that says haboob.
Can I say how happy I was when I was a kid? I discovered I could do boobless on a calculator.
Here we go again with boobless.
I thought that was beyond special. All right. What is the most popular color of car?
I think it's too obvious.
Hmm?
It's too obvious.
What?
I'll let you guys guess.
What do you think it is?
I'm going to let them guess.
All right. You think you know?
I think I know.
Well, if it's so obvious, why don't you let us know? I don't think that...
No, because I want other people to guess.
Mm-hmm. What do you think?
Wait, why are they censoring
You're
black?
being racist.
YouTube thinks you're being racist for telling me I have to approve you. Wait, stop.
Oh, no, I moved the camera.
It's saying everyone that's writing black, it's saying you need to show, do I want to show or hide? Worldwide black.
Oh, my goodness.
What is wrong with YouTube? It thinks by writing black, we're being racist.
But apparently saying yellow is okay, so you can be racist to Asians, not to African
What the
Americans.
hell?
Yeah, that's amazing.
That's
Which one do you
messed
think
up,
it is,
YouTube.
since you think it's so obvious?
Damn it. Now this is all messed
Oh, okay,
up.
that's good. That's good. That's good. We're good. It's better than it was before, I think.
Walt.
That's right. Hello.
It's the color of Walt.
That's right.
You know, this isn't
Technically, that might be correct. What do you think it is?
my thing is lagging. I see people's answers before. Well, there is a 30-second lag, just so you know.
I want to hear your choice.
I say red.
It's white. So obvious.
Why?
I don't know.
That's why I always end up with white cars
Yeah,
or
'cause you're a
silver
follower.
car. No, because it's just what I get for cheap.
Which dinosaur has 15 horns?
I
Beige.
don't know.
I guess I'm more beige. Which which dinosaur had 15 horns?
Michelle, you're on fire.
That's right.
Light 'em up, love,
We
up,
shall
light 'em up, up,
mine
up, light 'em up, fire. We don't do enough Fall Out Boy songs for our intros. We need to do one tomorrow or Wednesday. We'll do panic songs
All right.
Wednesday. We'll do This Is Gospel.
See you soon, Cheryl.
All right, Cheryl.
Have fun.
Have fun.
Everyone go watch the show from yesterday where I do the gimme your wet banana
No,
song.
you need to take a clip of it and then upload it separately to Twitter.
Okay, I'll do that. I'll
Yeah.
download that.
Stegosaurus.
No.
Stegosaurus has like the plates, right? There's like
Mhm.
plates.
Yeah.
Stegosaurus. Okay.
15 horns. It's very similar to a character on
15
Seinfeld.
Homosaurus.
It shares a name sort of similar to one of the main Seinfeld characters.
Kramer?
Mm-hmm.
Kramerus?
What's his first name?
Cosmo?
Mm-hmm.
Cosmonimus? Cosmodian?
You're working too hard.
I don't know these dinosaurs. I'm not a paleontologist.
It's not a triceratops.
Cosmotops?
Close.
I don't know.
Cosmoceratops.
Oh, that's...
Yeah. Also known as Cosmo
You could've
Michael
given me-
Ceratops.
Yeah, you could have given me Michael Sarah.
I just
'cause
recorded
you
me.
didn't give me my back.
One more for the
my
road.
back keeps itching.
One more. What is the lifespan
Oh, I love
of
the
a
dinosaur
Tyrannosaurus Rex?
emojis.
What? Oh, that is pretty cool. What is the lifespan of a T-Rex?
Do we know their lifespans? Because they all died.
But we know they're all dead now.
I have no idea.
I'll light them up. It's on Pitch Perfect movies.
Oh, that was a good one. The acapella version of
Mhm.
that was hot. 7 years?
Oh, that's an itch.
I think they lived much longer than that.
Mm-hmm.
Because other like reptilious creatures tend to live a while, right?
Yeah.
How long do alligators live?
Higher, lower.
How long do alligators live? Because they're prehistoric. I'm guessing it would be in line with that.
Yeah, I just answer the questions. I don't answer them.
You guys know how long alligators live?
Whatever it's similar.
Well, turtles can live like to be 100 years.
Mm-hmm.
They're different. They're a different thing.
Lower.
Lower than 70?
Mm-hmm.
30 years?
20 to 30.
Wow.
Excuse me. All right, I'm going to look up how alligator?
Yeah.
Alligator lifespan. Let's hear it for Siri and all these other things. Let's see. 30 to 50 years.
Wow. Now I feel bad about like people killing alligators because they live so long. Poor little alligators.
Good stuff. Good stuff. What a bag. Yeah,
Turtles can live. Turtles, there's like 150-year-old turtles out there.
Yeah. Well, you want the oldest animal that we know of?
Uh-huh.
What animal lives the longest?
It's like one of the big turtles, right?
Nope. That was one of the questions I didn't ask.
What is it?
I'll tell you. You got to guess.
I say it's a turtle.
It's not a turtle.
How can it not be a turtle?
Because it's not.
I don't know.
I assume everything's a turtle.
Because turtles live a long time.
They do, but not as long as this guy.
What is it?
I don't know. Any guesses? Any guesses? Not an elephant.
Brontosaurus.
Not an elephant.
It's current. This is not an extinct creature, right?
Mm-mm.
It's not extinct.
Mm-mm. I won't even make you ask a specific species of this thing, but
Tortoise.
nope. Or the hair.
Some type of lizard.
Nope. This thing might have hair. It is a whale, a Bowman whale.
Oh wow!
Why did it censor a
Why did
parrot?
it censor your parrot emoji?
YouTube, I think you're getting a little cray-cray.
YouTube, go home.
Wow.
You're drunk. YouTube's drunk.
Well, thank you all for tuning in today, and we'll be back Wednesday, right?
We didn't even get any stupid news stories.
I know. Why don't we focus on stupid news on Wednesday, and we'll do nothing but fanfic on Thursday.
I have a lot of stupid news on Wednesday because I already had a lot of stupid news going into today.
I need to stop watching the news. I'm going to only get my news from here because I realized watching the news all last week made me depressed and freaky and angry.
And you ate.
I can't.
You gained weight.
Ate a lot of sugar. And I think I had like a diabetic response to high sugar in my blood. I was
trying to do
really
a show.
bad place.
Then we pulled up the wrong thing, and then he wasn't feeling up to it, but he feels better. And then he'll leave during the show.
That was a poop issue.
Yeah.
That wasn't a tantrum thing.
Oh.
So tantric. No. So
we're gonna get flagged.
So, but I'm feeling better. I'm feeling hopeful. I'm
feeling good as long as
surviving.
my rash goes away.
I need more veggies.
And I don't come down with this thing because this makes me anxious.
Diet helps. I ate a lot of canned
tuna. I was freaking out
tuna
this morning. Never Google your symptoms.
No, that's the lesson learned from today. All right, guys, we'll see you soon. I'll download this thing and clip it together.
Pray for my rash to be better.
Yeah, pray for us.
David Torres.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun,
dun,
dun. Dun, 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 dun.
People, YouTube doesn't let you click on people in chat anymore.
Oh, YouTube. Buonasera.
Bad news for us.
Adios,
we didn't even do we not do music today either?
No music.
All right, we'll do music too. I guess we're just like
we should do an hour a week where we just do music.
Oh God, no.
Okay. Okay, guys. I'll see you soon.
See you guys Wednesday. Be safe and healthy. Flora, be safe going back to work. Bye.
We did sing happy birthday.
We did.
All right. Bye, guys.
That counts.
Happy birthday to you.
Woohoo.